Hello again. So today I decided I want to talk about my TBR pile. It's gotten pretty extensive over the last year or two, and the problem is there are so many good books that keep coming out, which is a good problem to have, I will say that. But it means I keep buying all of these books that sound amazing that I just never end up reading. And these books just sit on my shelves for months and I just never get around to reading them. This year I've decided I am going to take my TBR down as much as I possibly can. A lot of people are doing the read your own damn books, and that's essentially what I'm doing, but I'm also not telling myself I can't buy those new releases because some of them you just have to have. Something I am doing to try to cut down my TBR besides reading my own damn books is to not buy as many books. I'm being much more selective about which books I'm going to purchase when I go to the bookstore, and I don't go to the bookstore as often. I'm also trying to be more conscientious of when I'm in a bookstore only buying that one book I was there for, or not buying anything at all, just kind of looking around and seeing what's there. Something I've decided I'm going to do in order to help cut down my TBR is I'm going to make a list of all of the books that are on my shelves currently unread that I'm actually going to get to, is the caveat for this. There's some books on my shelves that I've had for a while, back when I was into certain things that I'm not into anymore, and I'm just not going to get around to reading them, and I already know this. So at this point I really should just cut my losses and not even count them in my TBR anymore, maybe give them away. I don't really know what I'm going to do with that. For me specifically, this is back in early high school. I was really into John Grisham. His books were my favorite and I loved everything he had written. So my aunt, being the wonderful human being that she is, went to her local Goodwill and bought all of the hardcover John Grisham books she could find. And so she gave me like 15 of his books, or some ridiculously high number, for my birthday when I was like 17, and I don't really love his books anymore. Like, they're still great books and he's still a good author. I just don't care. I have way too many other books on my reading list that his books are not a priority, and I don't think I'm ever gonna read them. But I also just really need to inventory what I have on my shelves. How many books do I own that I actually have not read? Because I think my Goodreads list is outdated. When I eventually make this list, which hopefully will be soon, I want to put them in order of where they are on my priority list. I want to go through and rate which ones I really want to get to next so that I can just start reading them. Something else I'm going to do in order to help myself not feel as guilty about my TBR pile. There's another booktuber. I can't remember the exact name of his channel at the moment, so I will leave a link to him down below and to his video. He created a spreadsheet that you can use through Google Drive that you can put all of the books you're reading into it, and it will help you keep track of how long it took you to read your books and how much you're reading as far as a dollar amount versus what you're spending. Because that, I think, is going to make me feel infinitely better about my TBR pile, because I'm not spending a lot of money on books right now. So if I'm reading a fair amount of books that equals more than I'm spending, I'm gonna feel way better about it. I haven't gone through and made my own spreadsheet just yet, but Alexis over at Rocket Reads, she made one and she kind of was showing me how it worked. She's the one who introduced it to me actually, and I am so excited to get in there and play around with it because I need something to make me feel way less guilty about my TBR pile. Something else I've considered doing, I've seen it around a few times, instead of doing the TBR jar with individual books that people were pulling out, they were pulling out challenges and different things that they wanted to complete, or just having a list of challenges. I'm considering doing that, but I don't have a lot of ideas as far as books I could read that pertain to those on my shelves already, because I feel like a lot of the challenges I've seen on the internet are ones that I would either have to buy another book for, or I don't have any books on my shelves that pertain to those challenges. So I'm playing around with that idea. I still haven't decided. So if you have any challenge ideas, leave them down below for me. I'd love to see what ideas you have. Those are some of the things that I'm doing to take down my own personal TBR. I am sure many of you out there are also trying to get rid of your TBR piles. Let me know what you're doing in the comments down below. And hopefully together we can take our TBRs down. And that's all I have for this video. I will see you guys next time. Bye!